name is Adrian Gee. I am the director of the GMP facilities at the Center for Cell and Gene Therapy at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas. Our center has a history of developing T cells with specificity towards viruses. So they're used both to prevent the occurrence of viral infections and also to treat viral infections in immune-suppressed patients, such as those that have had a bone marrow transplant. And we're also interested in extending the specificity of those cells towards cancers. We have an active program in regenerative medicine involving mesenchymal stromal cells for the treatment of heart disease, neurological diseases, and for conditioning patients to receive kidney transplants. I received the Career Achievement Award from ISCT. I think mainly for my contributions to the formation of the Society 25 years ago, and then ongoing contributions in terms of my major interest has been to help the regulatory agencies, especially in the United States, develop appropriate regulations for the fields. So working with the FDA, for example. I think there was a lot of development of new cell therapies, and the FDA felt very concerned that there didn't appear to be appropriate regulations. And what we did was to talk with them about how we felt the therapies needed to be regulated. If they were over-regulated, nothing would be done. And if they were under-regulated, it put them at risk. So it was just kind of informing them about the kinds of therapies that we were doing, how we saw the field evolving, and providing input to them as to whether we thought their proposed regulations would be appropriate or not. At the end of the 90s, we were still struggling to see if we could even identify stem cells. Now we have ways to create stem cells. There was no such thing as regenerative medicine, and so there's a whole new field of therapies that have opened up that was never anticipated. The idea of genetically modifying cells was relatively new. Now all of those things are coming to fruition, and as we hoped, some of them look like they will have a major impact on the treatment of disease. The two main areas that are very controversial and look very promising at the moment are CAR T cells for the treatment of leukemias. The results have been extremely promising, and now we'd like to extend that into other cancers and solid tumors. And then the regenerative medicine field, where there are some very promising new ways of regrowing organs, providing cells on scaffolds to help repair tissue damage, and a whole variety, so many things that even if 10% of them succeed, it's likely to have a major impact. The problem is that we couldn't even anticipate 25 years ago where this field has gone. We had no idea that these things that we're doing now would take place. So there's still a little bit of doubt as to where the field will go. But I think there will be radical improvements in the ability to treat certain diseases. We will be able to essentially manufacture cells that will change the way that we treat certain conditions, and that we will get to some of the almost like science fiction type therapies that we've talked about in movies years ago may actually come to fruition.